everybody! I had a pretty awesome book week this past week, so I thought I'd share the books I got in a vlog. The first one is actually a Christmas gift. My mum pre-ordered a few books for me, and the first of the pre-orders came in, and that is The Lost Girl by Sangu Mandana. And I think this is the UK cover, so you may have seen a different one. But anyway, same book. And I believe it's about this girl who's been created to be a replacement for somebody else, and then the girl that she's a replacement for dies, and she has to travel to India, I think, to basically take on this other person's life. The tagline on this one is, "Her life begins when another ends." And it's supposed to have sort of Frankenstein in themes throughout, so I'm really interested to see what's going on with this one. And then in terms of books for review, from Random House I received Sentis by Margot Berwin. And this one I think might count for my new adult challenge, because it sounds like the girl is 18 or so when the story starts, I think. Anyway, basically what happens is her grandmother is this gifted aromata, a master of scent making and perfume, creates this scent for her that is specifically just for the protagonist, Ava. And then the moment that Ava puts a drop of the perfume on, everybody in her life apparently is like intensely attracted to her. So she's suddenly the object of intense desire to everyone around her. And these two different guys, one kind and good, the other dark and seductive, fall madly in love with her, and I guess she has to deal with that. So it sounds like a pretty different premise, and I'll be checking it out to see where the author takes that idea. Then, unsolicited from PYR Books, I received The Crossing by Mandy Hager, and it looks like this is the first in a series called Blood of the Lamb, and it's some sort of dystopian series. It sounds really wild, involving a small island in the Pacific, and these people who know that they're special, chosen by these great apostles of the Lamb to survive this deadly tribulation that consumed Earth. And so now they're on this rotting cruise ship, and the apostles apparently control the population. Mandy Hager is a New Zealand author, and I don't think I've read many books by authors from New Zealand, so that'll be different. And then from another one, unsolicited, this time from Simon & Schuster, is Chanel Bonfire by Wendy Lawless. This is actually a memoir, which I don't normally read many memoirs. However, it sounds like there's a lot of psychology involved here. I guess it's about the author's life, growing up with her younger sister in the shadow of an unstable, fabulously neglectful mother, is what it says here. Apparently the mum suffers multiple nervous breakdowns and suicide attempts, while Wendy tries to hide the cracks in their fractured family from the rest of the world. So, sounds pretty dark and intense, but I really like psychology in my books, so I'll definitely have to give it a try. And lastly is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. Jodi Picoult is the author of a lot of really well-known novels. My Sister's Keeper, 19 Minutes, The Pact, a whole bunch. And they often deal with issues involving ethics and morality and the law and all that kind of thing. And so I'm really interested to see what she does with this latest one. Apparently it involves this woman who, her mom died recently, and she makes friends with this elderly man in her grief support group. And then it turns out that he was a Nazi SS soldier, and she has to sort of reconcile herself to this new information she's getting about him, and it sounds really intense and really thought-provoking, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. And I also won a bookmark from Heidi at Bunbury in the Stacks for Being Friends with Boys, and it's signed by the author, Tara Elan McVoy. That's the other side. So thank you very much to Heidi and to the author. And those are the books I've received recently, and I'd love to hear which books you've gotten.